Most of the times you have vegetables going bad in your kitchen or in your fridge, and you're brainstorming with yourself on what to cook or which recipe to cook, which needs meat, chicken, and all other proteins. But you tend to forget that you can turn those veggies into an amazing dish. So in this recipe, you're going to be making some delicious vegetable biryani, which is going to turn out very mouth-watering, and it's going to be perfect, just as the beef and chicken biryani. So this is a must-try recipe for you because it's going to be budget friendly and everyone is going to enjoy every bite. When it comes to cooking biryani or pilau, you need some good quality rice so that you can get the perfect outcome. I washed 1.5 cups of rice several times to get rid of the excess starch. Then I soaked the rice for around 10 to 15 minutes as I was prepping up the rest of the ingredients. That is some potatoes and carrots, assorted veggies. We have some tomatoes, garlic and ginger, chilies, yogurt, that is plain yogurt, lots of onions, a couple of spices, and several other ingredients which you're going to find listed in the description box because we're going to be cooking some rice and some delicious veggie rojo which we're going to use to serve the rice. So I'm going to start off by frying my onions, which are very crucial when it comes to cooking biryani because they add in lots of onion flavor into the biryani. So I've placed a pot over medium-high flame. I'm going to add in around 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. Wait for around 20 to 45 seconds at most for the oil to get hot. You can also deep fry the onions, but I'm going to be shallow frying because I'm going to use the same pot to cook my veggies. This is 3 large white onions which I've cut into half moons for that signature look. I'm going to drop in a piece of onion into the hot cooking oil. Once I notice roughly bubbles, I'm going to add in the rest of the onions. Use my slotted spoon and stir in the onions, making sure they are fully covered with the cooking oil. Then I'm going to fry for around 2 to 2.5 minutes at most or until the onions get a nice golden brown color and are crispy. This is a very important step and you have to be right beside the pot because you don't want the onions to get a dark color and also don't want the onions to burn because they're going to be very bitter. So as I'm babysitting the onions, I have a couple of spices for cooking my rice. I have some cumin seeds and black peppercorns, 2 bay leaves and salt together with cooking oil. So because my rice is already soaked, I'm going to start off cooking my rice. Sometimes as you're buying your rice, you always question which rice you're going to cook because number 1, you need some budget-friendly rice, and number 2, some good quality rice. So now, when it comes to biryani rice and basmati rice, you just have to dig deeper in your pocket because if the rice is going to be good quality, it's going to be expensive so that you can get that perfect outcome. And always go for the perfect outcome. You know how you go at a friend's house and she has served up some pilau? You always ask, what rice are you cooking, or which rice variety did you use to cook your pilau? Because the outcome is always catchy. After around a minute, you'll notice that the onions are wilting down. So I'm going to place a heavy bottomed pot for cooking my rice over medium-high flame. Add in 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. Transfer in my whole spices, bay leaf. Then I'm going to toast the whole spices for around 30 seconds, and this is going to add in so much flavor into the rice because the whole spices are going to release their natural oils into the cooking oil. Be very careful because you're going to catch a crackling sound from the cumin. So once the spices are perfectly toasted, you're going to add in your drained rice. Stir in. My pot is very hot. This is after around 2 minutes, and as you can see, the onions are getting a perfect golden brown color. At this point, you have to be very careful so that the onions don't burn. And the reason I'm toasting my rice is so that the rice can absorb in the nice flavors from the whole spices. And also it's going to add in a very nice smoky aroma into the rice. Check on my onions. And in a matter of around 30 more seconds, the onions will be ready. So now I have to be very careful. So when the onions are ready, I'm going to use my slotted spoon, shake off the excess oil, and transfer to a plate lined with kitchen paper towel to drain off the excess oil. Reduce the flames to low so that my pot can cool down a little bit. Once the rice is perfectly toasted, just like this, I'm going to add in 3 cups of water. Add in some lemon slices. Salt to season. Stir in my rice, then I'm going to wait for the pot to come to a boil. Check the seasoning. If it's not perfect, I'm going to be adding in some more salt. So the cooking time for the rice is around 4 to 6 minutes until the water is evaporated. Then I'm going to be showing you the next step. Once the oil has cooled down, I'm going to add in a large onion, which I'm going to saute until it's soft. You see, shallow frying is better because the fried onions are perfectly crispy, and I'm going to be using the same oil to cook my rojo or my veggies. So you can add in a little pinch of salt, which is going to drain water from the onions. Hence, they're going to cook very fast. So I'm going to add in around a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm not in a hurry, but it's a quick way to cook onions. Whenever you are in the kitchen, you don't have to be in a rush, because once you start rushing around chopping veggies, if you don't prep ahead, that is, you're going to mess up somewhere. In a matter of around 30 seconds to 45 seconds, my onions are starting to soften up. So I have around 5 cloves of garlic and a thumb-sized ginger, which I've minced. I'm going to add it to the pot, cook together with the onions, and it's going to take around 30 seconds for the garlic and ginger to get very flavorful. When the aroma in the kitchen is perfectly garlicky, you're going to add in potatoes and carrots, 1 large tomato, add in 1/2 teaspoon of Biriyani Masala. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, garlic powder, and coriander powder. Fresh chilies, which are quite optional. Add in some more salt, a vegetable seasoning cube. Toss all the ingredients together, and when it comes to the spices, the Biryani Masala is going to add in that signature taste to the stew. And as you have seen, I've started off cooking the potatoes and carrots because they take a little bit longer to cook. So the cooking time is going to depend on how big or how small you chop your potatoes. As you can see, mine are chopped halfway. So it's going to take around 5 to 6 minutes for the potatoes to cook halfway, so that I can add in the rest of the ingredients, which are which are some cauliflower, red cabbage, snow peas. We have zucchini. It's a mixture of a couple of vegetables, which are very much customizable, because you can throw in some broccoli, some butternut into the recipe, because it's all about vegetable biryani. I'm going to check on my rice because the water has evaporated. So it is at this point to reduce the flames to low. Cover using a kitchen towel or a foil. Cover with a lid and steam the rice for around 5 minutes. I'm tearing up because of the chilies. Wow. So now I'm going to add in a splash of water, around a cup. Stir in the potatoes and the rest of the ingredients. Add in some fried onions, which are going to add in that onion flavor into the dish. Then I'm going to cover and let the potatoes and carrots cook. I'm going to check on my potatoes, check on the seasoning. Add in a bit of more salt. Then I'm going to let everything cook. As you can see, the fried onions are going to add in a brownish color into the sauce, which is going to turn out perfect. My rice is almost done cooking, so it is at this point that I'm going to add in a little bit of turmeric into a small bowl, add in a splash of water, then I'm going to mix up. You can also add in some food color. Remove the lid, be very careful because it's quite hot, and also the foil has trapped in a lot of steam, so you have to be very careful. Add in some fried onions on top. Cover with a lid once more and let the rice cook for around 1 more minute. Check on my potatoes, which have been cooking for around 5 minutes, and as you can see, the sauce is looking so good. So I'm going to check if the potatoes are cooked halfway, and as you can see, everything is perfect. So now I'm going to add in the rest of the veggies. Make sure to wash your veggies before adding in. Stir in. And look at that sauce, perfectly coating the veggies. Everything is smelling absolutely amazing. And also, it is at this point that I'm going to add in plain yogurt. That is around a cup. Stir in. Yum, yum, yum. Just look at that. Everything is looking so creamy. Squeeze in half a teaspoon of lemon juice. Stir in the lemon, which is going to brighten up all the flavors. Over medium-low flame, you're going to let this simmer for around 5 minutes so that the veggies can soften up and for the potatoes to fully cook. If you notice that your pot is drying out, you can add in a splash of water, just around 2 tablespoons to 3, so that the pot doesn't burn. But the trick here is to make sure the sauce is thick, delicious, ready for the rice, which is also ready. So I'm going to put out the flames, and I will not uncover so that the rice can remain warm so that we can serve once it's ready. So I'm going to use a fork and fluff up my rice, and as you can see, it's perfectly cooked. And I'm going to remove the lemon slices. Check on my veggies. And wow, just look at that. Everything is thick, perfectly cooked, and well seasoned. The yogurt is going to add in so much creaminess into the veggies, so don't skip. And because everything is perfectly ready and looking so gorgeous, I'm going to serve. This is going to be a game changer recipe once you try out, because the biryani is looking so gorgeous, so delicious. And I've served up with some tomato and cucumber salad, which I added in some olive oil, a touch of salt to season, and it's just delicious. The biryani itself, the potatoes are perfectly cooked, the carrots, everything is just perfect. The rice is perfectly cooked, so I'm ready to enjoy my lunch. Hope you'll be giving this recipe a try and tell me in the comment section how it turns out.